Good morning or afternoon, depending on where you're calling in from. We are thrilled to have you all here today. My name is Jessica Pierce, and I'm the CEO and founder of Career Connectors. And we are thrilled to partner with the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation to host this event today. And so welcome, welcome, welcome. I see many of you starting to join the chat. And you can go ahead and drop in the chat your name, where you're calling in from, and your target job and career. And you know, today's event is specifically targeted on technology and cybersecurity jobs. And we are thrilled to be focused on that industry today. But there are a lot of companies on the line that are hiring for multiple other positions. But thank you for being here today. And so keep engaged in the chat today. If you don't know where the chat is, if you're calling in from a computer, if you're logging in from a computer, it's on the bottom of your screen. There's an icon. It just says chat. You can open that up and you'll be able to type it right in there. Otherwise, if you're on a phone, oftentimes it's on the bottom right or the top right. There's 3 dots and you can usually click on that and you'll see the chat in there. So welcome and good morning. All right, so this program that we're doing today is called AZ Careers Now. So the companies that are on the call are based in Arizona, and they have positions, some in person on site, some virtual, some hybrid. There's a ton of different options, especially in the technology and cybersecurity space. And so again, thanks for being in here and being engaged. And if this is your first time here, I just want to say welcome. And we know that, or we have seen an uptick in layoffs over the last probably 4 to 6 months. And so if that is your story, if you're here today because you're in transition and you're just not sure what's next, or this was unexpected for you, and it's definitely can be a little scary. And so we are here for you in that season. Maybe you're here because you're looking for your next opportunity, and you're not because of a layoff, but you're just kind of interested in what's out there. Maybe you're a recent college graduate, or you got a brand new certification. I talked to a lot of people that had just gotten certifications and were wondering if this is the place for them. It absolutely is the place for you. And I want to make sure that you connect with the employers that are here today, and you can kind of see what all it is, who's going to be here, and the companies that you can speak to. Okay, so I want to go through some of the tech stuff this morning. And again, the chat is on the bottom of your screen. We have each company today is going to speak for just a few minutes, and then we're going to move into networking time at the end. And the best way for you to get the best view of this call is to be in speaker view. So the way you do that, if you're on your computer, is to go to the top right of your screen. And the top right of your screen, you will see something that says side-by-side speaker. If you can click that, what you're going to see is the presentation. And then you're going to also see the person that's speaking from that company. And then you can see their name. You'll be able to write down their name or whatever you'd like, but you'll be able to see the person that's speaking as well as the presentation at the same time. So that's the best view. And make sure that the area where your name is, that it says your name. So if you're on your video, then you can, or just where the video screen is, even if you're not in your video, there are 3 little dots on the top right, and you can click on that and rename yourself. And so make sure your name actually says your name section actually says your name. And because that's, especially if you're chatting, then we can address you by name on the chat. And then if you direct message any of the speakers today, they can also direct message you by your name. And so that's another great way to just brand yourself so we know who you are. All right, and at the end, so we're going to spend about 1 hour and 15 minutes or so listening to our speakers. And then at the end of that, you will hear or you will have time to network in the networking session. All right. Let's just make sure everybody is muted. As you're in the call, you should be muted. So just make sure you're staying muted so we have a lot of people on the call today. All right. Now, if you do need closed captioning, that is an option for you. So you can, right on the bottom of your screen, there is something that says captions, closed captioning, live transcript, something to that effect, depending on which version of Zoom you have. Just click on that and you will be able to see the transcription for today, for this call. All right. You guys, we have so many great companies here today. And so you'll see the agenda right in front of us. Each company is going to just take a minute or two, or take between 3 and 5 minutes to introduce themselves to you. And what they're going to talk about is a little bit about their company, a little about their culture and benefits and how to apply. So it's kind of going to go quick. This call today is being recorded. And so if you would like to watch this call back, you may do that. And we will be sending a link, an email out after the event today. And on that email, we'll have direct links to every job board for each company that is here today. It will also have a direct link to this event, so you can play it back. And it will also have a whole bunch of resources for you, job resources, information. And so I encourage you to, watch your email and make sure that you're connecting or getting that email and able to connect with the companies. The other thing, and some of you have been on our call before, the other thing you're starting to see in the chat is LinkedIn URLs. Because this is a virtual event, one of the best ways that we can connect with each other is through LinkedIn. And so if you could go pull your LinkedIn URL and then copy and paste it and put it here, then we will be able to connect with you. And I encourage you to click on these LinkedIn URLs and connect with people offline. So I will usually go through and connect with some people, and it's just really a great fun time to be able to connect with people and network that way. And so this is in the virtual environment. So thank you for dropping your LinkedIn URLs. I'm going to put the directions in the chat if you're not sure how to make it clickable. But basically, you go out to your browser, open LinkedIn, linkedin.com. Then the easiest way, I think, is you'll probably see your picture there. Click on your picture, and then the URL that comes in the search bar, you just want to click on that, right click, copy, and then paste it right into the chat. And so we'll try to keep up and watch for the people that aren't able to get the blue link, and we'll try to repost your link. But it is going very fast today, and there's a lot of people on the call, so if we may not be able to get to everybody. But if go out to your browser, right click on the search bar and copy, and then drop it in here and paste. Fantastic. Great job. Thank you guys for doing that. All right. All right. So today we are going to get started with a great partner that we have for this program. And the Greater Phoenix Chamber is Jennifer Meller is going to go over a little bit of the market and what we're seeing. We are specifically hosted in Arizona, so you'll see some Arizona stuff, you'll see some national stuff. But I would like to welcome our partner and friend, Jennifer Meller. She is the Chief Innovation Officer for the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation. Hi, Jennifer.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having us today, Jessica. This is a great partnership between the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation and Career Connectors to bring these events to our community. So as Jessica mentioned, I want to share a few data points on what's happening in the market, and for all of our job seekers, talk a little bit about the opportunities that are available out there, what those lead to as far as compensation, and then also share a little bit about the educational background needed to pursue some of these careers. So if you want to go to the next slide, as Jessica mentioned, we hear, the labor market is softening a bit, but I would say we've turned down the faucet. We haven't turned off the faucet by any means. There are still a ton of jobs out there. If you look at this graph here, you'll see that in December of 2022, there were over 10 million job openings nationally. Roughly 200,000 of those are here in Arizona alone. So again, the market's softening, but there is a lot of opportunity out there. As you'll see today, we've got some really great companies here today. And I would say IT and cybersecurity jobs, those are never going away. Those are things that will be around forever, and really great opportunities for you to have a lifelong career. Next slide, please. One of the things that I'll also just mention is while we have a softening in the market, we also still have a really, really low unemployment rate. So you'll see here that Arizona, prior to the pandemic, we were actually just a little bit above the national average when it comes to unemployment. But thanks to some diversification in our economy and an intentional focus on IT, cybersecurity, and other high wage, high demand jobs, we actually fared better than the rest of the country when it came to the pandemic, and we recovered more quickly. And then you'll see that we had just a little bit of a peak over the national average in the November, December timeframe. And we're sitting right about 4% unemployment as of the end of the calendar year. Next slide. So let's dive into projected growth related to IT and cybersecurity jobs. One just caveat I'll give on some of this data is it's not going to match up 100% because it's coming from different data sources, and workforce data is just really, really weird. So overall, Arizona, again, we're expected to have huge growth over the next 10 years when it comes to IT and cybersecurity jobs. You can see here that we're expecting to add 30,000 jobs over the next 10 years. That's 29% growth just in IT and cyber alone. And then you can see here where a lot of that growth is coming from: information security analysts, data scientists, lots of different job opportunities. And I see so many that match up with some of the things that have been put in the chat this morning. Next slide, please. Also want to call out that nationally, or actually nationally and locally, IT and cybersecurity wages are much higher than the state average. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone, but at a very entry level, as a computer user support specialist, you can come in and make a good wage at the entry level while continuing to get additional education and moving up into some of these more advanced roles that are really high paying, high wage opportunities. Next slide, please. And then, as I mentioned, there's lots of different opportunities to get into a career in IT and cybersecurity. So you'll see here that some of these job opportunities require just some college degree. So to get into a very entry-level role as a computer user support specialist, you just need some college, not necessarily a degree. Getting certifications is a great way to get your foot in the door, and we've got some great education partners on the call today as well that I would encourage you to connect with. We have both Perscolas as well as ASU Next that both have training and education opportunities available, many free of charge. So please connect with our education partners on the call today. And then you'll see again, once you get more advanced degrees, whether that's an associate's degree at the community college level or a bachelor's degree from one of our local universities, there are lots of opportunities for you to get into a career in IT and cybersecurity. And I really want to thank some of our employers that are on the line today. One of the unique things about IT and cybersecurity is you can be in any industry that you want and kind of move around. I saw somebody in the chat today talk about healthcare roles. We've got Mayo on the line today with IT and cyber jobs. We also have State Farm here representing financial services and insurance. I want you to connect with eBacon and learn a little bit more about them because it's not what you think. I'll just leave it there. And then also we have Freeport-McMoRan, who has a strong presence here in Arizona, a mining company that is looking for IT and cybersecurity talent, such a critical component of making sure we're protecting our infrastructure here in Arizona as well. So again, thank you so much for the opportunity to connect with you all today. Really excited to see so many people on the call, and we hope you find your career pathway with one of our participating companies.
Thank you so much, Jennifer. We really appreciate it. And you're right. The first time I was introduced to eBacon, I'm like, I got to go research that a little bit. And so it's awesome. And you guys will meet Jess in a little bit. Okay, we're going to move on to our company. So again, I know a lot of people joined since I introduced myself at the beginning. You're going to hear from companies today, and they're going to speak for 3 to 5 minutes. And they're going to tell you a little bit about their company culture and how to apply their open jobs. And then at the end of our call, the rest of this call will be a little bit over an hour. At the end of this call, then, or the second part of our call, you will be able to speak directly to these hiring companies. So take some notes. If you have any additional questions for these companies, you will have time to ask them when we move into the networking portion of this event. And again, that will happen in about a little bit over an hour. And so here we go. I'd like to start with introducing you to LaToya Wilson. She is the Talent Acquisition Specialist for State Farm. Hi, LaToya.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you. All right, guys, we're rolling fast and furious. So before we get this party started, I want you to do me a favor. Grab your best friend, your cell phone. You're going to need it. All right, let's talk State Farm. Who are we? We're the #1 auto insurer in the nation. I know you've heard of us. I'm not Jake, but maybe he's my cousin in my mind. We are here to help people manage the risk of everyday life, recover from the unexpected, and realize their dreams, but we can't do it without you. So excited to be here because right now is very rare. We have about 17 positions in enterprise technology and cybersecurity available here at State Farm. So this is the perfect time to get the party started and get plugged in. Our culture. People hear insurance and they think, oh, I don't know. Listen, we're much more than insurance, I promise you. We value diversity, equity, and inclusion, so you can be your most authentic self here. People development is something we pride ourselves on. Yes, we have tuition reimbursement, so love the plug. 100 for good, we just turned 100, so we're all about giving back. All right, let's keep rolling because you wanna know what jobs we have available? I'm ready for you. Grab your best friend, scan the QR code. I need you to check in for me. You're gonna see 3 lines, first name, last name, email address. When you check in, I'm gonna follow back up with you to help you get plugged into some of the jobs you see. This just scrapes the surface. Yep, engineers, yep, analysts, yep, security management. We have them and they are currently open and available. All right, let's keep pushing because my time is almost up and I wanna make sure I save some room for my friends. You wanna know how you stay connected with me? Next slide is gonna tell you that. If your best friend is still out, scan this QR code. This is my virtual business card. I know, it's fancy. In that business card, you're gonna see my email address. I'm giving it out. My phone number. Yep, I'm bold. You're also gonna see ways to connect with me on LinkedIn and our job board. You can connect with us, jobs.statefarm.com. That's how you find our jobs. When you get there, look for the red benefits link. A lot of people get caught up in the salary. You're gonna be surprised with the benefits that we offer here at State Farm, from paid sick leave to medical, dental, vision, and yep, we're even investing in your retirement. All right, I'm watching the clock. Bree, I think my time is up, so I'm coming back to you for our next employer. Guys, thank you for joining today. Looking forward to connecting and having you be my coworker. Later.
Amazing. I'm bringing you to every event. You're kicking us off. That's it. Just write it down twice a month. You're going to be here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. All right. So we are now moving on to Edimari De Leon, and she is the recruiting manager of technology for American Express. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Edimari De Leon, and I'm sure you've heard of American Express. You guys might know us as a credit card company, but when we began in 1850, we were actually a freight services company that expanded into travel services. We became a payment network in the 80s, I believe, around that time. And we've recently expanded our offerings to include other financial services, including corporate lending and individual savings. So we actually have a few businesses all in one place. I wanted to talk to you today about the American Express value set and our colleague value proposition, which is what we offer you as an employer. So just to walk you through our blue box values. Our first is we back our customers. Relationships are at the heart of our business, and we strive to be essential to our customers by delivering exceptional products, services, and experiences every day. We promise to have your back and their backs in everything we do. Second, we make it great. We like to deliver an unparalleled standard of excellence in everything we do, staying focused on the biggest opportunities to be meaningful to our customers and colleagues. From our innovative products to our world-class customer service, our customers and colleagues expect the best, and our teams are proud to deliver it. Next is we do what's right. This is one of my favorites. Customers choose us because they trust our brand and our people, and so do our colleagues. And we earn that trust by ensuring everything we do is reliable, consistent, and with the highest levels of integrity. If you don't know what to do in your job, stop and think, what is right? And that's what you do. It is a pillar of Amex. Next, the next three, I think, are very related. So we respect people. We trust and respect one another for who we are and what we contribute. We are accountable to one another and empower every voice through open, courageous dialogue so others feel heard. Following up, we embrace diversity. We see diversity of people and experiences as fuel for the creativity and innovation we need to deliver our best. And diversity is almost meaningless without inclusion. Next, we stand for inclusion. We all have biases. However, we don't tolerate bias and that excludes or minimizes anyone. All people belong. All our colleagues belong. We're committed to ensuring that we have a welcoming and inclusive culture where everyone's voice matters and where people of all races, ethnicities, genders, gender identities, sexual orientations, ages, religions, and disabilities and viewpoints can thrive. Next, we win as a team. We view each other as colleagues, as part of the same team. We're striving to deliver the brand promise to our customers and each other every day.
Eddie, I think you went on mute. Let's see if I can, you see it now?
When did I go on mute, guys?
I don't know. I don't know. Go ahead. You're just on this slide.
Eddie, it was when you were on We Win as a Team.
Perfect, thank you. So in case you didn't hear that, we win as a team, which means we view each other as colleagues, part of the same teams, trying to strive and deliver the brand promise to our customers and each other every day. Individual performance is essential and valued, but never at the expense of the team. And finally, another of my favorites is I was saying, we support our communities. We respect our communities and are committed to working together so they can thrive and make a meaningful difference in the world. Next, onto our colleague value proposition, what we offer you when you work for us. So first is our culture. It's 4 pillars. So culture, and our culture gives you the flexibility to be and deliver your best as part of a winning team. Next is career growth and development, and we offer you the opportunity to grow your career, learn, and lead every day. Next is diversity, equity, and inclusion. We offer the opportunity to work within diverse and inclusive teams and to hear from empowered voices, including your own. And then finally, our total rewards and holistic well-being pillar, which means we're here supporting your physical, financial, and mental well-being, and we value that and prioritize it as an employer. So that's just a little bit about Amex, and we look forward to seeing you in the 2 breakout rooms. One will be for tech, and one will be for IT, and then the other will be for cyber and information security. And here are some current opportunities that we are showcasing in our Phoenix office. And if you go to the next slide, please be ready to copy it, to scan this baby. You can join our talent community by following this, I forget what the QR code and the link. And we'll also be dropping it periodically in the chat and in our breakout room. I will pass it on to the next.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Eddie Madi. We really appreciate you guys being here. A great company. And I can tell you guys, I've been doing this work for 13 years, and we've done about 8 or 9 years of a diversity and inclusion event that will be coming up again this year in May. And American Express is always one of our keynotes for that because of their commitment there. So thank you for talking today. We really appreciate you being here. Okay, we're going to move on to David Christensen. I'm sorry, do I have the wrong slide? I may have the wrong slide. Actually, David, hold on. We're coming back to you. We're going to go to Jess. Jess Roth is a recruiter with eBacon. And again, you guys, really interesting company. So welcome, Jess.
Good morning, everyone. Hi, my name is Jess, and I am the corporate recruiter at eBacon. No, we are not a company that makes digital breakfast items. We are actually a local privately owned software company headquartered up on Cave Creek in the 101 in North Phoenix. We're actually celebrating our 20th anniversary this year. We've won top workplaces in the Valley for several years running, and we're really proud we just got a Best Company for Women from Comparably for 2022. And we're currently hiring for several positions in our product team. We specialize in certified payroll and fringe benefit management for the construction industry. So we combine time tracking, fringe management, payroll, and certified reporting, which helps our contractors and subcontractors avoid risk and become more profitable. Because we do have our own advanced in-house development team, we're able to rapidly respond to the needs of our clients, and that allows us to create amazing products that solve real-world problems. The roles that I'm currently hiring for in product is a product manager to join our financial services team. We are also looking for a SQL database administrator and a senior data analyst. You can apply for any of those roles directly on our careers page at ebacon.com/careers, or you can also send me your resume directly by sending it to jobs@ebacon.com. And I look forward to answering any further questions that you have in the breakout rooms. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thanks, Jess. What a great company. Love what you guys do there. And so love that you always start it with, you're not like a baking company, a breakfast company. Cracks me up. All right. Thank you so much. We are going to move forward with Farmers Insurance is next. Jennifer Hayden is the Senior Talent Acquisition Consultant for Farmers. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hello, everyone. Appreciate your time being here. If we go to the next, perfect. So who is Farmers? I think everybody's familiar with Farmers, definitely familiar with Professor Burke. But we are one of the largest auto and property and small business insurance carriers within the U.S. Some fun facts about Farmers Insurance is that we have about 21,000 employees. We are based throughout the U.S. In addition to that, we have about 48,000 exclusive agents for Farmers. In terms of our business, we have more than 10 million. We insure more than 10 million households with over 19 million insurance policies in force. And then these are just the various lines that we cover for Farmers Insurance. If we can go to the next slide. Things I want to point out here within Farmers is that our Farmers ambition statement is to be the leader in delivering peace of mind, innovating for customers whenever and wherever they need us. You know, we strive to exceed and our customers' expectations. We value diversity and inclusion. We see the potential in every individual, and we stand up for what is right. Some of the rewards that we have is that we are certified as a great place to work. We are a best company for diversity, a best company for women, best company for working parents, and the best company for the LGBTQ community. And then if we can go to the next page. Some things that I want to highlight regarding Farmers Insurance is that we offer our employees. We offer work-life balance. We offer not just health insurance, but we also offer mental health as well through our EAPs that we offer to all employees and their families. We support our families in terms of something that's new to Farmers is that we offer 10 weeks of 100% paid parental leave. Want to highlight that as well. And we give back to our communities. We support employees in their career growth and then within their financial growth as well. These are some of the positions that we currently recruit for. I believe we have about 60 positions currently within IT. We are a virtual base. Some of our roles are hybrid and some of our essential on-site roles. I would say most of our roles are currently remote or are remote. And so definitely look forward to talking to everybody. Jason and I are here from Farmers, and these are just some of the roles that we currently are recruiting for. But would encourage everybody to go onto our career page. There's so much information on our career page where you can learn more about Farmers. If there's currently not anything that's currently available that's of interest for you, you can create a job search within your candidate profile. It allows you to identify the type of position that you're looking for. And then when such a position is posted, you'll be notified. So great. Thank you, everyone.
Fantastic. Thank you. And we appreciate you being here today and speaking about these. And I know often Farmers is rated as one of the best places to work, one of the best companies to work for in the United States. So we're grateful that you guys are here today. Okay, we're moving forward now with Freeport McMoran. So David Christensen is here. He's a recruiter for Freeport McMoran. Welcome, David.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. I'm with Freeport McMoran. I'm a talent acquisition specialist too. A little bit about us. Next slide, if you would, please. We are based in Phoenix, Arizona. We are the largest publicly traded mining company in the world. We have mining and process locations in North America, South America, Indonesia, and Europe. Currently, the bulk of our operations are here in the Southwest in Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. Here in North America anyway. Next slide, if you would, please. Some of the positions that we're looking to fill are going to be enterprise security architect, software asset management administrator, IT security analyst 2, enterprise data architects, system engineer, you name it, we've got it in IT right now. Things are booming in our MIS department. So if you're out there and you've got experience, we definitely want to talk to you. Those of you who are looking for entry-level positions, we have those as well. So don't be discouraged just because it doesn't say an entry-level position here on the posting. Definitely take a look at our jobs website, which is fmjobs.com. I posted that in the chat quite a bit, so you folks should have it. But that's going to be the best way to find our jobs. And the next slide, please. Some of our benefits overview, give you an idea. We do offer health and dental insurance. We've got 3 medical plans available, 2 dental plans, vision insurance is available, flexible spending account, health savings account, life insurance, death and dismemberment insurance, short-term, long-term disability, you name it, we probably offer it as a benefit. We offer a 5% matching 401k with an additional 5% donated by the company for an ECAP. So essentially your 10% of your compensation is reimbursed to you in your 401k. It's a great company to work for, folks. I gotta say, I grew up in Tucson, so I'm very familiar with Freeport McMoran. It was one of the target employers as I was a kid growing up, and I often joke that they're going to have to call security to get rid of me. I love it so much. So please consider taking a look at our jobs and see if we have something that might be a good fit for you. Great.
Thank you so much, David, for being here. I know the company is well known in Tucson, and but you know, it's really great that you're here, and we hear more and more about it. And how long have you been there?
I started as a contractor in July of last year and converted in October, so I've been here for almost 2 years.
Awesome. That's great. Congratulations for converting over. That's awesome. All right. So connect with David and Freeport McMoran as a potential next employer. There was something in the chat I wanted to mention. So Jennifer Miller was just wanted to introduce Shay Padilla. She is the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation's IT and Cybersecurity Workforce Manager. So please, if you are, looking at specifically this industry, please connect with her. Shay, I'm sure you've dropped in your LinkedIn URL, but if you want to do that again, and she is a great resource for you as you're looking for this next position, or if you're an employer checking out this today and what's going on, she is a great one to connect with. All right, let's see. I think I'm going to, is Anna on the line yet? I know we were not really sure. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to Kubra. I know, Michael, you were queued up for this in case we had to move forward, but Michael Warden. Michael is a recruiter for Kubra. Welcome, Michael.
Hi, thank you for having me. My name is Michael. Take a little time to chuckle to yourself. It's a funny name. My parents thought so when they gave it to me. I'm here representing Kubra. Kubra is a software development company that specializes in delivering better customer interaction solutions and experiences on behalf of our clients. So we provide customer experience management solutions to some of the largest utility, insurance, and government entities across North America. That includes the contiguous US and several customers in Canada. So we specialize in things like billing and payment solutions, everywhere from actual paper billing to electronic billing. We also provide utility outage mapping solutions for things like your power, water, gas, and more. We do custom proactive alert messaging across a variety of channels like SMS, voice, email, and even chatbots. We offer preference management solutions for those alerts. And we also do custom mobile applications on behalf of our clients where that expertise and skill set is needed. Most recently, we've been getting into analytics and providing detailed, complex reports for our customers around usage and tracking around water and power and things like that. So we're definitely looking for data analysts and data engineers. Kubra takes great pride in our company culture. We strive continually to improve it through direct feedback from our employees. We've won multiple awards for our culture, including Great Places to Work, both certified in Canada and the US. We've won Canada's Most Admired Corporate Cultures, AZ Most Admired Companies, and recently in 2022, we've won Comparablity's awards for Best Compensation and Happiest Employees. Our culture is fast-paced and friendly, close-knit. While we are a bit larger of a company, it rarely feels that way. We have a diverse and inclusive collection of very smart and passionate people, and we use them to help deliver modern cloud technology solutions that drive meaningful impact to our customers and their customers. This is millions of people that interact with our solutions on a day-to-day basis. When you have a hurricane that hits the Gulf Coast and impacts power utility companies there, their customers are receiving messages and updates and statuses from our products. When you have inclement weather in Texas, city of Austin gets updates from us on when that power is coming back on or what's going on with the situation. So the work that we do has real life, real world, meaningful impact to millions of people across the US and Canada, and we're very proud of that. We have a hybrid work model within our offices where you are physically present in the office in Tempe, Arizona on 2 days, Tuesdays and Thursdays, and remote or at home the other days. We find this model to be the best balance between offering a collaborative environment when needed, but also flexibility for our employees when they need it. I think that's pretty much all I have about Kubra. If we go to the next slide, as I said, we're constantly looking for new Java engineers, senior Java engineers. We're looking for Ruby people, data engineers, data scientists, data analysts, cloud security, and then lots more that aren't listed here. If you're interested in checking out more of our careers in the US and Canada, you can go to the website kubra.com about us/careers. Next slide. You can also email inquiries and requests for positions directly to this email address. And this is monitored by actual people. So feel free to send it in. Someone with real working human eyes is going to see it. That's all for me today. Thank you for having me. Looking forward to talking to everyone in the breakout rooms.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This is fantastic. Lots of great opportunities. I want to address a couple things in the chat that are coming through, especially some of you jumped in after we did the introduction at the beginning. So these slides will not be sent out. We don't send them out for intellectual property reasons, but also because the file is humongous. What we do is we are recording this call. And so we're recording this call, and you will get a link after the call today that in your email, and you'll be able to click directly on that link, and that will take you to this recording and the video recording. And so if you want to, fast forward to something, if you missed something, you can always go back and look at the call later. Okay, so those were the couple things I wanted to address, and we're going to move over to Logicalis. Oh, that was the other thing. Sorry, before I bring you in, Caleb. People are asking, I know people are calling in from all over the place. This program is headquartered in Arizona, and it's through a partnership with the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation. And so with that, all of these companies either have headquarters in Arizona or have a location here. And so if you're calling in from somewhere else, a lot of the jobs that we're talking about today some are in person, some are remote, and some are hybrid. And so absolutely, there's connections here for you as well. And so make sure to check out the jobs and the different job boards. On the email you get later today, that will also include a link to every job board you're seeing, every job board, company job board that you're seeing here, and you'll be able to go directly to that link. Or some of the companies are posting their URLs here. They're posting them on the chat. You are having some QR codes that you can go directly to their boards, and you'll see there's in-person and remote for most of these companies today. Okay, those are the things. All right, Caleb, I'm ready for you. So I'd like to introduce you all to Caleb Velo. He is the Senior Talent Acquisition Specialist for Logicalis. So glad to have you here.
Thanks, everybody. I'm Caleb with Logicalis. I'm happy to be here as well today. Thanks for having me again, Jessica. It's good to reconnect. I'm actually representing Logicalis's Tempe, Arizona location. However, I live in Michigan, so it's a lot of snow and things outside today. But I've been to our Tempe location a few times, and I handle a lot of the positions out there. So a combination of in-person field client site roles today, and also a handful of remote roles here and there as well. As far as Logicalis is concerned, we're a large international company. We have several thousand employees globally. We do business in about 25 other countries. We're looking at about 600 to 650, mostly full-time individuals working for us in the US. We do have a Tempe, Arizona office location. We have partnerships with Cisco, VMware, NetApp, IBM, Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, and also Hewlett Packard Enterprises. We do pretty much anything and all things IT support, IT administrative services, and we also do have some interesting field technician roles and in a pretty exciting booming area of our business that I'll talk about in a bit here. I know I'm limited on time, so we can go ahead and advance to the next slide, and let's get to what everybody wants to know about the jobs that we have open. All right, so this is just a general list, although we're adding to it every day, every week, it seems like. But we're always looking for strong salespeople, account executives with some experience, ideally in the IT field or technology field, to sell our services. And we're also looking for a number of different field technicians that would be based locally out of the Tempe area that would travel to local client sites, and some a little further away, but all in the state of Arizona. So audiovisual technicians, cabling and lead cabling technicians. So people that do structured cabling work, Cat 5, Cat 6. We would consider an entry-level cabling tech for this. Maybe somebody with a cert that wants to get into it. We also do have a CCTV security technician position, installing cameras, security cameras, and operating other devices. We have some remote roles too, a ServiceNow implementation consultant, entry-level service desk technicians, IT service desk, systems administrator, night shift role. That would also be remote, and then a shift lead managed services ops night shift. And then we have some professional services consultant roles in different areas. There's a summary of all of our benefits over there. We have a lot of awesome employee resource groups, including veterans, diverse abilities group, LGBTQ groups, and things of that nature. So obviously we're big believers in, supporting all of our employee base. All right, next slide. Obviously, connect with me if you want to. I'll include my information in the chat in a second here. We have some great career opportunities. You can sign up for job alerts on our site, on our Workday site. That actually will link you straight to the US site. We have a global site, so you'll want to go and check out the US one. It will tell you if a role needs to be in person or remote. There are designations there. You can connect with us on LinkedIn. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. You can email me. It's usually best to apply to things too. I believe we have a career connector source. Thanks everybody for your time today. It's been amazing. And I look forward to seeing a bunch of you in my chat room later. Thanks.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you always for being such a great support of our programs. We really appreciate it. I've seen some questions come up in the chat that I also just want to address. Some people have asked, hey, I have either minimal experience or I'm new in IT and cyber. And is this appropriate for me? Absolutely. I've seen some of the employers respond to some of these. So thank you, employers, for engaging in the chat. Absolutely, this is a growing industry. If you missed Jennifer's talk at the beginning of the call, she showed the growth that is happening in this industry. And so there is an entry point for you. So there's also, you're going to hear right before we go into the networking session, you're going to hear from a couple schools that have different certifications, different degrees. Often many of them are covered through grants. And so you're going to hear about that too and how you can get connected there. And so, yes, this is a place for you. We are also going to talk about at the end additional resources. So if you are actively in job transition and job search, then we're going to be able to provide you additional resources to get support and help. So just hang tight, keep engaging, talk to these employers. And again, many of the positions are on site and remote that are being featured here today. Okay, one of the employers we're going to introduce right now. Sometimes we get questions about, hey, I'm in this industry, but I don't want to be a full-time employee, or I want to be part-time, or I want to be a business owner, or I want to have a side gig, things like that. And so occasionally we'll drop in different opportunities, and that is what Anna is here today to do. We've had a lot of people work with her and go through the program. And so she's going to just take a couple minutes to talk about how you as an IT or cybersecurity professional might be interested in doing something different. And so Anna Brambilla is here. She is a career transition coach with the Entrepreneur Source. Hi, Anna.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So glad to be here, and greetings from the heart of Silicon Valley. So I'm in San Jose, West San Jose, and I've got something completely different for you guys today. I'm going to tell you some stories. So I work with people who are in career transition, who are just want to see what else is out there, who just want to explore their options. So I work with helping people explore business ownership generally and franchise ownership specifically, simply as an option. Let me give you a couple of stories of clients that I have. I was having so much fun coming up with these options, these stories I wanted to tell you. So I have a client who was in IT not too long ago, a year or two ago, was working for one company for 27 years, thought he was going to retire there, thought everything was great. All of a sudden woke up one day, went into the office, and he'd been laid off unceremoniously. So he was looking for a job. And when I started working with him, he was like, Anna, I got to be honest with you. I only want to find a job. And I said, please keep looking for a job. And as you're looking for a job, explore franchising and business ownership as an option. He liked that there was no cost or no obligation to work with me. And it worked out. He said, what the heck? I have nothing to lose. I'm going to keep looking. So we looked and looked. And at one point he said, you know what? The job is not going to happen. I'm not going to find another job. And so I want to explore. And he ended up in a franchise in Pennsylvania. And I talked to him last month. He is thrilled. He loves it. And in fact, he told me a story. He was talking to his son-in-law, and his son-in-law was complaining about the politics and making money for other people. And my client called and said to me, I am so glad I don't have to deal with that stuff anymore. So he was so thrilled that he took some time to explore and to learn and to see what else is out there. I have another client I'm working with. He's up in Portland, Oregon, and works for, we've all had those awful bosses, and his boss is in the pantheon of awful, awful bosses. I won't go into the details because it's not relevant, but just absolutely hated his boss. I'm sure we've all had those awful bosses. And he said, I got to do something else. I'm not happy. I don't want to do this anymore. So he started putting out feelers, and he talked to one of his vendors, his favorite vendors. And his vendor was like, oh, I'm so glad you told us. We would love to hire you. We would be great. You know, you'd be great addition. You'd be doing what you've done for years, and you'd just be working for a different company. By that point, he and I were fairly far down the path. And he said, you know, Anna, if a couple of months ago this job had turned up, I would have been thrilled. I would have accepted it. He says, but I've explored business ownership, and that's the direction I want to go in. And he's going to turn down what had been his dream job to go into business ownership with me because I helped him explore his options. I have another client that was going down the path, had been laid off, and was really worried. And we got focused. What was important to him? What was he trying to achieve? What were his goals in life? We identified that. And you know what? His dream job showed up, and he took it and he is thrilled. And he says, I credit you and my work with you on it because you helped me get focused on what was important to him. And I appreciate that. I talked to a client just recently that he was semi-retired. He's like, you know what? I want something on the side. I'm bored. I'm not interested in what I'm doing anymore. And I want to do something else. So we started and we looked and we found a franchise for him. He's in Missouri. And he happens to love dogs. And this particular franchise is in dogs and around dogs. And he started, so he ended up buying a franchise and he realized, you know what? My daughter could come in and help me out with this. And so he employed his daughter, and his daughter is there working. And I talked to him yesterday, in fact, and he says, I am having the time of my life. I never knew that I could have so much fun with work. And he started off with one little territory, and he's now practically buying the entire state of Missouri. It's really amazing to see that. I have another client that started working with him back in November, and he says, my company, it's a large company we've all heard of. My company there's layoffs coming. I'm really worried about it. I know there's layoffs coming, and I'm afraid I'm going to be affected by this. So let me see what else is out there. And I said, terrific. Let's see what else is out there. Turns around, we go down the path. He found something he likes. In the middle, he got a promotion. He's like, well, this is a great promotion. I want this promotion. But you know what? My wife also fell in love with this particular franchise concept, and she is going to take over. And they're out in Denver, and so they're very excited for that. To give you some ideas of who I am, what I do. There's absolutely no cost to working with me. If you've ever bought a house and had a residential real estate agent on your side, that's what I do. I'm on your side. I get paid if you happen to end up in a franchise. That's not my goal. Take a look at my LinkedIn profile. I know Bree is going to put my profile out there. Take a look at that. Take a look at the recommendations. I'm here to help you learn. And who doesn't want to learn something new? Who doesn't want to see what else is out there? Look at my recommendations. Half of the people that wrote something will never end up in a franchise. It really is all about education, learning, discovery. I like providing, if you're here, presumably you have some kind of fire in the belly to explore other options and to see what else is out there. Something about your work is not working well for you. Either you're unemployed, underemployed, worried about being unemployed. Let's add an additional avenue to explore as you're looking at business options. A couple of quick things too, and I've got about 3 seconds, a little bit more than 3 seconds, but let me give you some quick information. So there's my information, my LinkedIn profile, the link to my calendar. So a couple of misconceptions. We have a portfolio of a couple hundred franchises that I help you choose. I'm your curator. I will help you figure those out. You don't have to be a millionaire. 99.9% of my clients are not millionaires. I can get most people funded. As long as you have decent credit and some sort of asset, a 401k, a house, stocks and bonds, chances are I can help you get funded. And the franchises in our system are not $1 million. Instead, they're typically low 6 figures. No, that's not nothing. I don't know a lot of people who have a couple $100,000 in their back pocket, but I do know a lot of people who say, I want to explore this, and we'll figure out a way, and I have great options. And of those couple hundred franchises in our system, only 4% have anything to do with food. So we have things like for kids and seniors, technology, IT. We have things for travel and fitness and pets and home improvement, home restoration. So if you're at all interested, get on my calendar, schedule a 15-minute conversation. I'll be glad to tell you more. I love Career Connectors. I've been a supporter of these guys for about 2-3 years now, and I'm so incredibly honored, honestly, to be part of this organization. And with that, I'm going to, I unfortunately have to run to another client call, so I won't be on the breakout, but please get onto my calendar, connect with me on LinkedIn. I forget the number, it's over 1,000 connections. If I can help you in any way, shape, or form, please let me know. I'm just been grateful to be here, and I hope you all find the dream option, whatever works for you. So somebody, Allison, thank you for, if you could get onto my calendar through the link, maybe Bree, you could copy the URLs for my calendar and my LinkedIn into the chat. I would greatly appreciate that.
Thank you, Anna. Great. We're so glad to have you here, and we will drop in her contact information. And again, there's opportunities. We have all these employers that are hiring direct hires today, and then we also wanted to bring in another opportunity through business ownership, since we get asked about that all the time. So you're going to hear one of the questions that keeps coming up in the chat is, hey, when can I talk to an employer in a breakout room? How do I get into the breakout rooms? Those are going to happen in about 20 minutes. And so we have 7 speakers left that are going to talk for a few minutes about their company and culture and their jobs. And then we're going to move over to the breakout sessions. And so next we have our friend Nick Casey. He is with Paylocity as a talent acquisition specialist. Hi, Nick.
Good morning, everybody. Hope all is well. Much like Caleb, I am freezing over here. But as far as Paylocity goes, we are the fastest growing public human capital management software company out there. So basically, we're a technology company that specializes in payroll and HR. Now, we just experienced our best quarter in the last 6 years, and we had 34% year-over-year growth, which is a big part of the reason I'm here talking today. We're growing like crazy. We're not slowing down, and we're looking for good people to join the team here. So we've got about 6,000 employees nationwide, and we're looking to double that in the next 4 years. So of these 6,000 employees, about 65% of them are 100% remote. So we've got a ton of remote opportunity here at Paylocity, but the role I'm here to highlight today, it's our account manager role. It's a full-time remote opportunity in the greater Phoenix area. We've been in Phoenix for about 2 years now, and we've already got about 250 employees in the area. So the growth, it's been tremendous. It's been really fun to be a part of. It is a remote position. We do a lot to make sure that we're keeping up with Paylocity's culture. So we have pop-up events and mixers a couple times a month. We've been out to Topgolf and rented out bars and restaurants and gone to shows. It's really cool because our executive team will fly out and do some networking in the area with our folks out there. So pretty unique opportunity there. But like I said, I'm freezing. I'm located in Chicago. It has been snowing here for the last couple days. And on Monday, we are looking at a wind chill of -25. So I will be attending a couple of these events moving forward, trying to get some of that warmer weather. But as far as a high level idea of the role goes, again, we're a SaaS company, right? Software as a service. So our account managers, we're the service hand to Paylocity. It's a great entry level role into a technology company. And in this position, we're working directly with our clients. We're answering questions, we're resolving complex problems, doing some troubleshooting with on our software with our clients, even some high level training with them. So it's a very all-encompassing role. It's not an easy position by any means. It's going to be challenging and fast-paced and stressful at times, but it's very rewarding. It can be very fulfilling. Our account managers are at the center of everything here. There's a ton of room for growth and a ton of room for development, all while working for a company that really truly cares about us, you know, their employees. I've been here for about 8 years. Actually, it'll be 8 years next week. Over these last 8 years, I've been asked thousands of times, you know, what keeps me here at Paylocity? And, you know, as I grow up, right, my answer, it's changed year over year over year. One thing that has remained at the top of that list for me, it's our culture. Paylocity's never taken away for me as an employee. They only give, they only enhance it. I can really feel the love here. Paylocity really cares about us. So, if this account manager role sounds like something you might be interested in, I'll drop a link in the chat in just a second here. And if Paylocity sounds like an organization you might be interested in, head over to our careers page that's on our website. You're going to see a ton of additional opportunity there. But yeah, thanks. I'm looking forward to chatting with you all in the breakouts.
Awesome. Thank you, Nick. Felicia mentioned your baritone voice. So I just have to know if you do voiceovers as a side gig.
Not yet. It might start a podcast soon. We'll see.
That's right. Awesome. Okay. And so as you can see, there is, he started with, remote opportunities. And so obviously if you're in Chicago and freezing, you don't want to go outside too much. That's a great option for you. All right. And I even saw somebody's like, it's 40 in Georgia today. What's going on? So yes, I get, there seems to be a cold front going through the US right now. All right, I'd like to introduce you all to SwitchThink Solutions. Matthew Google is here today as a talent acquisition specialist. Hi, Matt.
Hey guys, how's it going? Good morning and good afternoon to some of you. I want to give a quick background. You're going to see that Desert Financial Credit Union up in that top right corner. So before I jump into who SwitchThink is, it's important to know who Desert Financial is. So Desert Financial is one of the oldest, if not the oldest and largest Arizona-based credit union. We've been around for about 80 years and started in service to educators specifically. And right around 5 years ago, we made this big transition from Desert Schools to Desert Financial and made ourselves known to the state and anybody else that if you're open to bank with us, we'd love to bank with you. It doesn't matter if you're an educator or not. Because of that, about 6 months prior, we took the entire IT department and moved them into a subsidiary called SwitchThink Solutions. So I recruit specifically for SwitchThink. They are a tech company that is a managed service provider specifically for credit unions. So we would say that, yes, there are other MSPs that help credit unions out, but not very many of them, if any others, have really been born out of the credit union specifically. So we have a very specific competitive advantage to credit unions, and we do service them nationwide. We're somewhere around the 90 to 100 clients at the moment, and we're continuing to grow. So if you can think about it, I mean, we're only 5.5 years old. We operate like a startup company, and at the same time, you got the backing of an 80-year-old credit union. So we're very, very focused on the community. We're a not-for-profit at Desert Financial. And so there's a big focus on community service. There's a big focus on work-life balance. There's a big focus on internal mobility for us. So even if you're having a hard time getting into SwitchThink specifically, there sometimes are ways to get into Desert Financial and over to SwitchThink from there. And we're constantly growing. So lots of really cool opportunities for us. Some of the jobs that we have going on right now, actually, some of these are not even completely updated because they just got closed out a couple of days ago. But we have everything from service desk all the way up to kind of director and higher levels of job opportunities. All of our roles are going to be hybrid here in the Phoenix area. SwitchThink takes up the entire second floor of our corporate office for Desert Financial, over just a couple miles northeast of the Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport, if you're familiar with where that is. So we love working in office and being collaborative together. We love giving people the opportunity to work remote whenever we can. And you can continue to keep up with where we're at on some of those jobs through switchthink.com. You can also kind of go through the Desert Financial page as well, and we'll have some of those available there. But really, really cool opportunities, especially from our client side on the infrastructure and continuing to really host a big technology for the credit union space. And we're also trying to do some really cool things with data. We have our own private cloud. So there's lots of different opportunities specifically in the tech space for people to kind of jump in and help out some credit unions around the country. Feel free to reach out to me specifically. Anything that you apply to, I'm the only one that works for SwitchThink on the recruiting side, so I will probably see your information come through if you apply. Otherwise, feel free to shoot me an email or anything like that, and happy to connect with you. Thanks, guys.
Fantastic. Thank you, Matt. You guys, I don't know if you are here today because you were affected by a recent downsizing, or you're here today because you're thinking about a new career, or you are a student and you just graduated, or something else. But I know you're in the right place at the right time. I am so excited to hear about all these wonderful employers that are hiring right now. And I hope you are too. And I really hope it's getting through to you that you're not alone in this. And we are here to support you. We are here to help connect you to jobs. And I know oftentimes when you're going through transition in some capacity, especially jobs, we relate that so much to who we are, that you could feel alone, especially if you're sitting behind a computer right now, like not sure of your next step. I just want to tell you, people are out there, jobs are out there. There are companies hiring, and you can see it here. We've already seen hundreds of opportunities open. And so hang tight as we move on to Voya, and you will be able to speak directly to these hiring companies in just a few minutes when we go into the breakout sessions. So Christina DiMartino, she is the recruiting director for Voya Financial. Good morning, Christina.
Good morning, Jessica. How are you today?
Great.
So great to be back. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Christina DiMartino, and along with my teammate Brian Peruta, we're here to represent Voya Financial. A couple things about Voya. If you are not familiar with our organization, we are a leading health, wealth, and investment company. We provide products, solutions, and technologies that enable a better financial future for our clients, customers, and for society. Next slide. Is there another slide? There you go. All right. So I just want to show this because, you know, we're all here today because we're looking for job opportunities. A couple fun facts that I would like to share with you about Voya. We have about 6,000 employees nationwide, about 711 billion assets under management and growing. If you're paying any attention to any of our press releases, the organic and inorganic growth that we've experienced in 2022 is absolutely amazing. One of those acquisitions is a company called Benefit Focus. And Benefit Focus, we're going to be gaining about another 1,100 employees, and we will be now serving the workplace benefits and saving needs of approximately 38 million individuals. That's roughly 1 in 10 Americans are going to have access to these workplace benefits. A little bit also about My Voyage app, which, since we're here talking about technology, super excited to be sharing that in 2023, we will be publicly launching My Voyage, which is an application that currently is on your desktop, also on mobile. It is a personalized financial guidance experience that essentially connects your benefits and savings into one convenient dashboard. If you are familiar at all with Intuit's Mint, I will tell you that My Voyage, when it is made available to the public, is Mint on steroids. So you're going to love it. 7 years in a row, we've got Great Places to Work, and that, if you're familiar with Great Places to Work, that is noted by our employees. So that's what our employees think about Voya Financial. 8 years in a row, world's most ethical companies. Couple of things that are unique about Voya. We have a program called Voya Cares. The Voya Cares program is an offering of resources to people with special needs that are trying to plan for their financial future. We have several charitable sponsorships. So charitable matches up to $5,000 per year. We give all of our employees 40 hours a year to volunteer for their favorite charities. As a company, we are dedicated to the National Day of Service. That is where all of our employees are encouraged to give back to their local communities, whether as an individual or you're working with some of your teammates to do that. We also have an employee giving campaign. I would like to touch upon a couple of our benefits because I think that some of those are very unique. We give 20 days of all-encompassing paid time off, a 6% match on your 401k, and Voya offers a pension plan. Most companies, as you know, no longer do pension plans. Our pension plan is 4% of your base salary and you're fully vested after just 3 years. We offer tuition and student loan reimbursement. And of course, your medical, your dental, your vision, life, etc. All of our benefits are available on the first day of your employment. There is no waiting period. The majority of our positions are either remote or hybrid. So we're super excited for everybody that is joining us today across the country. We do have over 200 opportunities nationwide, 65 plus positions specifically in IT. When we go into the breakout room, Brian Peruta, who is our IT recruiting guru, will be more than happy to answer all of the specific questions about what we do have available and some of the amazing things that Voya is going to be doing in 2023. You can see here for our opportunities, best way is please apply at voya.com/careers. We do ask that you reference the job board Best Companies AZ. Sorry, Jessica, they're already listed in our workday, so that's the best route to go.
Awesome. Oh, we love Denise and the Best Companies AZ team. So absolutely. We'll be talking about them just a little bit at the end too, but thank you, Christina. You guys, one of the things COVID did for the job market is it made the remote and hybrid workplace take off, as you all know. And so oftentimes many of the financial institutions that we worked with previously were 100% in office and didn't have the flexibility. Well, after COVID happened, the technology had to catch up. And so many of these jobs now have flexibility, have remote, have hybrid options. And so employers are being very, they're allowing that to happen because they have the technology and security to be able to do it. So Voya has a ton of those opportunities. So thank you again, Christina, for being here today. Okay, we're going to move over to healthcare organization, the Mayo Clinic, and Julie Nelson is the IT manager and going to talk about the opportunities there. Good morning, Julie.
Hi, and good morning, Jessica. Both Connie and I are excited to be here today to represent Mayo Clinic and specifically IT within Mayo. And as Jessica noted, I'm Julie Nelson. I'm one of the Mayo Clinic IT managers. Happy to be joining you today from Rochester, Minnesota, where it's a steamy 10 degrees. And I'll turn it over to Connie to do a short introduction as well.
Hi, my name is Connie Meyer de Silva, and I'm also an IT. I'm an IT lead, and I am actually joining you from Phoenix. So the sun is shining. It's still chilly for me, but my chilly is more like, like 50. So.
All right, so this is a great example here. It's just a simple snapshot from actually 2021, which is highlighting some of how Mayo Clinic is really keenly focused on serving the patient needs. This helps you to kind of understand why Connie and I love to work for Mayo Clinic. As noted in the quote from one of our founding brothers, William Mayo, he quotes, "The best interest of the patient is truly the only interest to be considered." And this quote really kind of sits with us each day and kind of helps guide some of our decisions and priorities. Across the organization, the leaders simplified the message into our shared purpose, which is the needs of the patient come first. Daily, we use this to kind of gauge our performance, our priorities, and how we are really advancing the patient's experience at Mayo Clinic. And aligned to our purpose is our core values, which are built from the Franciscan values. And we reference these by an acronym called RICH TIES. RICH TIES stand for respect, integrity, compassion, healing, teamwork, innovation, excellence, and stewardship, all of which each of our employees are held accountable to each day. And I believe this is why U.S. News and World Report ranked Mayo Clinic in Rochester #1 in hospitals and in the U.S. and Mayo Clinic in Arizona and Florida also ranked #1 in their states. So excited to share that our Care has expanded out to, as you can see here in 2021, 1.4 million patients, and that continues to expand each year. And by the support of over 73,000 staff members, which span across the entire US. And now you can see we have a strong global presence all over the world, and want to kind of keenly focus in, and 30,000 of these positions are either IT or cyber security roles. Other highlights that are here is how many surgeries, solid organ transplants. We are a critical care facility, advanced in critical care teams that all of our shared services, including IT, HR, and others, all support. All right, we'll move on to the next page to kind of dive in. In IT, it's an exciting time that we currently do have 69 open IT positions, and this was as of earlier this week. They come from a variety of positions, so I just kind of pointed out a few of them here. We've included the link to apply to our open positions. One exciting thing to note is more than 80% of our IT positions are remote, so you can work from anywhere across the US. As I noted, you can see we have anywhere from an internship all the way up to directors, vice chairs, positions that do come open. So we have a variety of positions, some of which you can see here are outlined as senior. Sometimes we have openings, support analysts, which is one of our kind of first line support to come in. So it's kind of all levels across the span of IT. All right, so let's give our little how and why you want to come into a breakout session with us on the next slide. So Connie and I will be available for a drop-in session and can do a deep dive into, why is it so critical and important to be a part of our team? We do really focus in on diversity, equity, inclusion. Specifically, the Department of IT at Mayo has made a commitment against racism at Mayo and strives to achieve an inclusive culture among Mayo Clinic staff, most of who now are working remotely, as I noted. We'll dive into some of our cutting edge technologies that are in flight. Some exciting things just to hear about are like digital pathology, artificial intelligence, and where we're heading, again, to advance our care with our patients. We'll dive into some of our position families so you can get more information that way. We also can talk about education qualifications for gaining these positions and much, much more. So thank you for the time today and look forward to chatting with you in the breakout sessions.
Fantastic, Julie. Thank you so much. One of the things I know employers are always looking for when you go to interview them or go for an interview with them is understanding why you want to work for the company. And so if you can have a connection to the company, whether you're like Andrew in the chat and his son was treated at Mayo, or you have maybe somebody, there was a technology that they did, or I saw with the credit union, with Switch Think now. I'm sorry if I got that wrong, because it's brand new to me. But that many of you dropped in that you have been a member there for many, many years. But if you have a connection with a company, please make sure to include that in your interview. And if you don't, and they're a new company to you, do the research. Figure out, why would I want to work here? You're hearing some things today, I hope, that are piquing your interest. A commitment to diversity and inclusion, a commitment to really knowing each other and employees supporting each other, a commitment to being a best place to work, things like that. If you can integrate that why into your interview, it's going to go a long way for landing that next job opportunity. All right, I'm going to move on now, and you're going to hear from Christine Palmer, and she is with GTN Technical Staffing. And I want you to really hone in on this, because many people dismiss the power behind the staffing firms, and they are really there to support you and help you connect to a great opportunity. So Christine is the Senior Account Manager. So good morning.
Good morning. Thank you, Jessica. I really appreciate the opportunity to talk with you today, and thank you for bringing that up. I'll just kind of roll right into that if that's okay. So I work with the team here in Tempe, Arizona, off the 60 and Row Road. We've been in this location for 4 years. I do have the opportunity to work with some individuals that have been in the industry for a lot of years. The vice president of this particular location, he's been in the industry locally here for like 25 years. So he's very connected and, goes out and meets people, does the right thing, meet the clients, meet the candidates. We have a great team here, but to tell you just a little bit more about GTN Consulting, we're actually based out of Dallas, Texas. We've been around for over 20 years, and we're an IT staffing firm. We have over 300 consultants, and our focus is IT. So anything IT, from help desk all the way up to architecture, we support. So many of our clients, we have a diverse client base, basically anything from financial services, software, fintech. Currently, my largest or busiest clients are healthcare, and we do a lot of healthcare IT, revenue cycle type companies that keeps us busy. And then, of course, government funded projects. And eBacon was talking about certified payroll. We do a lot of that here, so with the government projects. But to talk a little more about GTN specifically, we do have consultants in 43 states, and the clients that we represent, sometimes they want SOW, sometimes they want permanent, and sometimes they want contractors. So they basically just come to us and say, okay, we have a need, we need to fill it. Here's what we need to support right now. And then just to tell you a little bit more about in terms of overall, we have been supporting a lot of different clients for locally and then all over the country. So we're pretty open in terms of what we support, and sometimes we'll even support needs in sales and things like that if it makes sense, if we're able to tie it back to IT somehow. That's a little bit about GTN and what we do. I guess we can go ahead and go on. Thank you so much for moving on. We do have quite a lot of jobs posted online right now. And if you'd like to apply, go ahead and go to our website. That's careers.gtntechnicalstaffing.com. We have a variety of positions posted there, anywhere from test, engineer to BSAs, even financial. We're seeing a lot of that as well come around with various systems. And yeah, you can go ahead and just kind of go on to the next slide. You'll see a lot of our different positions posted there. But you may say, why GTN? What I would say is we always do what's in the best interest of the candidate as well as the employer. We do put a pretty heavy focus on building that relationship, getting to know the local market, supporting the needs of, we support both the client side as well as the candidate side. So clients, I work specifically on the client side. However, we have a team of delivery team of recruiters that work with the candidates. So anyone on the call here that's looking for IT, there's something I can get. I can give you something, whether it be maybe I don't have a position, I can recommend a program. There's a lot of programs out there for entry-level IT security candidates that are looking to get into a program. There's a lot of that locally here in Phoenix, as well as even all over the country, but I know that we're connected to some of those within this particular program. So I definitely am here to help and assist, whether it be on the client side or the candidate side. If you're on the candidate side, I likely will get your resume over to one of the recruiters on the team so that they can do like a review with you, see what your top skills are, what you're targeting, all those things. And we'll do our best to find you a position that, makes sense. And then just, I'm looking forward to talking with you all in the breakout room, and thank you for meeting with me today. I do want to say it's my birthday, so thank you all for coming to celebrate this day, and I appreciate your time today.
You're going to get a lot of hires out of this event. So happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I'm happy to do something positive and productive on my birthday. That makes me feel good. So thank you all.
Awesome. Christine, you're wonderful. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Jessica.
So a lot of questions are coming in about internships, apprenticeships, training, education. Virtual, in person, all of those types of things. And when we kicked this off today, we talked about we are providing some also education opportunities. So we have 2 schools that are going to speak. One's degree programs and certifications. The other's more so on the certification side, but also hiring. And so we wanted you to hear from Arizona State University with AZ Next. And then Veronica Gavato is the program manager. So good morning, Veronica.
Good morning, everyone. Can you all hear me?
We gotcha.
Awesome. Welcome, everyone. I'm so excited about this. One of the best things that I have to brag about is that we are the second best thing. We work with over 60 employers that are looking for cybersecurity, data analysts, business analysts, and they are part of our cohort. What's so exciting about this is that our employers are also involved in working with ASU faculty to deliver the cohort to participants that are enrolled in AZ Next. I've been putting the link on the chat. I've been responding to some of the questions directly. We are a workforce training accelerator partnership for next generation jobs. AZ Next is a training program designed to create a bold, innovative, and sustaining workforce development ecosystem that addresses the need for more skilled workers in IT, cybersecurity, and advanced manufacturing. Once again, don't let this opportunity pass you by. Check out our programs. Register for, did I say and mention, free courses taught by ASU faculty and partner employers? Yes, once again, free. Check out our homepage. Get involved in checking out the courses that are going to be offered in May. Registration is huge. If you have any questions, check out our QR code. Scan our QR code to learn more, and I'm so excited to be here. I hope I didn't take much time, but I'm looking forward to seeing some registrations come through. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Veronica, thank you. You guys, if you don't know Veronica, you have to know her. She is like, I mean, right here. I love you so much.
I'm very passionate. Thank you so much.
Oh, we've known each other for
and
years.
Employers, if you haven't heard about AZ Next, hit me up. I'm willing to share information. State Farm, what is it? Pay Velocity, hit me up.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Veronica knows workforce like the back of her hand. So this is a great role for her. So connect with her, and you can, she also, I think you dropped up there, you're connected to like 60 employers that have apprenticeships and internship opportunities. So Veronica, can you just drop your LinkedIn URL and your contact information one more time so people can click directly on it? Thank you so much.
I sure will.
All right, you guys, I am excited to introduce you to Perscalis. Oh, real quick before I say that, I want to mention two things. Breakout rooms and networking in about 5 minutes or so. So you're just about to get ready to meet employers directly and talk to them. So get your questions written down. And then also for a lot of talk on internships and apprenticeships, also make sure you're connecting with Shay Padilla. She is the IT and Cyber Workforce Program Manager for the Greater Phoenix Chamber Foundation. So we've dropped her LinkedIn URL a couple times. Shay, you want to go ahead and drop it in one more time so people can make sure to connect with you? Okay, here we go, Tawny. So we have Tawny Bates. She is the Manager of Recruitment and Admissions for Perscalis. Hello, welcome to our call.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you so much for the introduction. So as Jessica
Welcome,
mentioned,
Tawny.
Thank you. As Jessica mentioned, I am.
Sorry, Tawny, go ahead.
I gotcha. So Manager for Recruitment and Admissions at Perscalis. Now, she did mention that we have a specific focus on training people for jobs in IT. So we give the educational piece to help you in finding that career. Our specific mission that we have is to provide advanced economic equity through rigorous training for tech careers and connecting you to skilled, talented to leading businesses. We do focus on people who are underrepresented, people groups in the tech industry. And we also do support for military veterans as well as those transitioning back into civilian life from military. So our entire system is completely tuition-free, full-time training. Courses can go from 8 to 15 weeks, depending on your area of interest. We also focus on helping you build business professional skills. So if you're, brand new, still trying to get a job or haven't had a job for a while, we can help you create your resume, how to present yourself in an interview to different employers, opportunities, things like that. And then we also focus on what we call our learner support team. There are sometimes we just, need help. We have crisis that comes up in life and don't really know where to turn to for support. So our learner support team is here that you can connect with them and just, have conversations about, budgeting, advice, different things that you can go into with that team, wellness supports, how to find work-life balance in your life. So we help focus in on those pieces. And then after the training portion, ultimately our goal is to help you find a job in tech, because that's why you're here, right? It's about getting that career, making that thriving wage that you want to work for. So we have connections with 650 and more organizations across the United States. So whether you are local in Phoenix, I'm in Phoenix, but whether you're in Phoenix area or you're in Dallas, Florida, we have locations all across the country that you can connect with in different states. So we go to next slide, please. So some of the offerings that we have here in Phoenix right now, we are interested in looking if you want to go into data center, IT support, full stack Java development, any of these courses that you see here, you can submit in applications. So once again, this is zero cost training for Perscolis. We get you certified and also help you find job placement after your graduation. So if you're interested, our website is on here. And also I have a couple of colleagues on here, Shawani and Brendan, will be available in the breakout rooms to connect with you. And also I do see some of our graduates here in this presentation today. So businesses, employers, if you're looking for some qualified people, please be sure to connect with them in the breakout room today. All right, and thank you so much, Jessica.
Awesome, thank you, thank you. Seeing lots of conversation in the chat about Perscolis. One person mentioned that Perscolis changed her life, and lots of people talking about being graduates, and this is a no-cost program. It's really cool, you guys. So make sure to connect with Tani in the breakout room, and if you have questions about this and how to work for them or how to connect with their course offerings. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, that is the meat of our program. You have heard from our employers. Give me just a couple minutes to close it out here and provide some additional resources. And then we're going to go into the networking rooms and the breakout rooms. So make sure you have your questions written down and your comments. But we are giving away some money. Who wants a $50 gift card? So we're going to give away some $50 gift cards today. And what we're going to ask you to do is to complete a survey. It's going to take you literally a minute. But we're on a grant and we need to collect some data for the grant so that we can continue to offer these programs over and over. So right now in the chat, we just dropped the survey link, and we'll keep dropping it a couple times. Click on the survey link, go out, fill out the survey, and come back. And as soon as you get it done, type in done. When you go to the survey, it's going to ask for your name and contact information. Please put your name and maybe either a cell phone number or an email. Cell phone works best because we text you with the winners. We have 4 winners. And so if you can put that information in there, then we will make sure that you get your gift card, and we'll send it virtually via email so that you can, buy whatever you want with your $50 gift card. So as soon as you get done, thank you. Just drop in done. And thank you. Great, Lauren. Thank you, Alexis. Great. Just go ahead and fill that out. That will be open until tomorrow morning when we'll close it, and we'll do the gift card. All right. I see 2 people have had an issue with the URL. So if you have the issue with the URL, we will direct message you in just a little bit to make sure it's up and working. It might be a browser. You might want to try a different browser. So thank you again. Oh, you guys, awesome. Thank you so much. It does seem like maybe one of the browsers is having an issue, but most of you are getting it done. So we'll do another, maybe a bit.ly or something. So those of you that can't find it, get to take this survey. Awesome. Thank you for filling that out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so AZ Careers Now is the host of this program, as we've mentioned, which is why you're hearing from companies that have a lot of presence in Arizona, though they have lots of remote opportunities and also are located all over the United States. We have a couple opportunities for you as well, some resources. We offer a free DISC assessment, and that is a no-cost tool that allows you to learn a little bit about yourself, from an ideal work environment to communication style. So feel free to get onto our site, the Career Connector site, and click that DISC. And then all of our events in the last 2 years have been recorded. Any of our virtual events have been recorded. And you can go back and look at any of those. We have basically 2 types of events. Every month, we do at least one coaching and content event, which is talking about branding or LinkedIn or resumes. And then we bring in the coaches to support that program. So professional resume writers, professional LinkedIn coaches, and then it's all at no cost. And so we offer those, and those are virtual. And then we also have hiring events like this. Some of them are virtual and some of them are in person. And so connect with us. You'll get it again, you'll get an email with a roll-up of this information. You'll get an email with the direct link to this event today and the playback. And then we are all over social media. And if you're really interested, we just launched TikTok. So we're trying to figure that out and do some videos there and bring content to you. And so if you're on TikTok, we'd love to connect with you there as we work on that. Okay, so the next couple events I want to feature here. First of all, the next content and coaching event is on Thursday, February 9th. See Me, Hear Me, Hire Me. This is a virtual event. Bridget McGowan is an amazing speaker. And so she's going to talk to you about showing up the best way possible and making those connections. Then if you are in Arizona, we have an in-person career expo for anyone in the architecture, constructions, and trades industry. And so that's on the 16th of February. We should have about between 20 and 30 employers there. Last time we had thousands of job opportunities. That is an industry that's continuing to grow. And then if you are in Arizona, we have another in-person event in Avondale. And so in the West Valley, and that is an in-person event. We had 32 employers there last time. And I think we featured 2,500 jobs, I think. And we're feeding you at both of these events. We have a really great taco lady. So, but then we have 2 feature positions. We call them signature events that are both virtual. And so for anyone asking about, hey, I need more resources. So that event on February 9th, tons of resources. And then Bree, if you want to go to the next slide, we have 2 of our signature events coming up. Red Hot Resumes. This is one of our most sought after programs. And so it's happening on March 9th. We are bringing in 3 of the best professional resume writers, and they're going to talk to you about what to include and not include on your resume, how to get through the applicant tracking software so that your resume gets to somebody's eyeballs that can move you forward in the process. So they're there. Then we're gonna have a whole bunch of resume writers in the breakout sessions. We're also gonna talk about LinkedIn and how to appear your best on LinkedIn. And then we are doing a veterans event. It's our annual military event in partnership with Best Companies AZ. And so I saw so many vets today dropping in the chat. Thank you for your service. First of all, I was born in Okinawa, Japan, and have a real heart for veterans since my dad was in the Air Force. Thank you for your service, but also we want to connect you with veteran-friendly employers, and that is what this event is about. We're bringing the best of the best. Now, this one is going to be in person, so if you're in Arizona, this is in person, but we will be recording this so that you guys can watch it back. All right, so I mentioned Best Companies AZ. Was also mentioned earlier. If you want to connect with a best company, these are the people to do it. They award companies every year in Arizona that are the most admired companies in Arizona. They work with national companies that are award winners all over the place. And so when I say they're the best of the best, they are. So Denise Gredler is here with her team today, and they will have a breakout room, and you can see some of the people that they work with. There are a couple on the line today, but they have jobs that they're representing for some of these best places to work, and they would love to talk to you about them. They have the in-person positions, but so many remote national positions. And so I encourage you to jump into a call or jump into the breakout room with that team. They would love to talk to you. All right, I know we've been talking about it all morning. We're going to move into our breakout sessions. And this is a time for you to directly connect with these employers that you have heard from today. And so we have a pretty high amount of people on the call today. So you might have to wait a few minutes to talk to somebody. You'll go in the room, but you might have to just wait a couple minutes to talk to somebody. And you can hop around to different rooms. And so some of our employers are going to have more than one room. So they have two different, recruiters or hiring managers. And once you hop into a new room, or you can come back, sometimes you'll have to come back to the main room before you move into the next room. It kind of depends what version of Zoom you have, but you will be muted when you go into a room. And so when you go into a room, you have to unmute yourself. And then also some of our employers may be sharing their screen. And so they may have some more information up about their company, but some of them, it may just be a discussion. And so thank you for engaging today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for connecting with all of us on LinkedIn. And I just want you all to know there's hope, and you will find the right job. You just keep at it. And we are praying for you guys that you land into the career of your dreams. And I'm going to throw it over to Bree to walk us through breakouts.
All right, so here are some instructions on how to use the rooms. I'm going to open all the rooms right now. So I just opened them. And what you're going to do is you're going to go down to your toolbar, and you'll see a section that says breakout rooms. You're going to click on it, and you'll see a list of all the rooms. So whichever room you want to go to, just hover over it and click to the right and click join. If anyone needs help getting into a breakout room, let us know in the chat, and we can manually put you in there.
Thank you so much, Bree. Thank you for being phenomenal and managing this event today. It was a big deal. And so again, we're not going to have anyone unmute themselves on the call. We're going to keep everyone muted. But if you, Denise, do you see Best Companies AZ now? It's in there. We can send you there. If you don't see, or if you're having problems getting into the call or getting into your room, just let us know, and we will drop you into that room. Joey, can you send Denise to Best Companies AZ? She's not sure. She didn't see that room pop up. So if you are having any problems, let us know which room you'd like to go to, and we will try and send you over there.
Yeah, Bree, I think I need you to give me co-host though.
Oh,
okay. Hold, something happened. It's saying they're going to close. So everyone just please hold on. I don't know what just happened.
So you guys might be, it looks like our rooms are closing. We're going to have to reopen them up. For some reason. That's really odd.
Yeah, that's never happened.
Never happened before. So we're kind of doing